It'll run the wettest, nastiest, muddiest. We can run dirt, we can run.
Can it handle rock?
Yes, small rock, under 3 inch. My hands are 9 inches long.
Well, that's not very small, right? Those two augers
yep.
took 7 to 8 compacted yards and made it 9 loose yards.
Correct. So you're gonna get about 35% more coverage out of your material.
Skeptical. That's all I can say. When I first heard about Mulch Mate, I thought, how can they improve mulch delivery? And I didn't really think much of it until I actually seen it firsthand in action. And then I was pretty much just blown away by this company. I like it when a company that I don't think much of comes out of nowhere and surprises me. And that's what I think you guys are gonna find today. But you guys tell me, after you're done watching this video, you let me know what you think about this thing in the comments down below. So, without wasting any more time, let me show you what I discovered when I was out there with them. Nick, if we didn't want the Mulch Mate on the truck and wanted to use it for some other application,
yeah,
how difficult is it to remove it?
One single pin on the other side here. So you would just pull this pin out, knock this 1 inch shaft out of here. The hinge, the machine all comes off as one piece. You have 2 ways of lifting it. You have a way you can hook it in here, put a strap over the top, lift it up if you don't have forks, or the entire bottom of the machine is completely flat. So you can lift it up with forks. If
there was no bottleneck with guys running just the machine, putting the product out, what's your productivity?
We can put down 10 yards of mulch in about 12 minutes, running about 60 foot.
One of the ideas I had, guys, is looking at how fast that this machine releases the mulch. What if instead of using wheelbarrows, which is the bottleneck in this application, what if you put down like slat tracks or whatever, a temporary road, and you drove the truck right to where the mulch needed to go, and you actually have a chute to do that?
Yeah, this chute here attaches to the bottom of the machine. There are no tools required, all spring action. So you can take it on and off without any tools. Just snaps in place. You can re-angle it any direction you'd like to go.
How long does it take to snap that in place?
Seconds.
Well, then do it.
It's a little tough because I had to hand drill the holes on this. This is a prototype machine.
Oh, okay. So this one is the prototype.
Correct.
But on your production machines, it's set up to
Correct.
use that.
The slot's already in place, ready to go.
Awesome.
And if you notice in the bottom of the machine, every single thing is below these feet here. So you'll never damage anything that's underneath the machine.
Can you show me what you're talking about when you're going down the road? How you keep the excess material from spilling out?
Absolutely. So, real simple, nice aluminum tray with a nice steel lip here. You have your warning decals telling your guys what to do in English and Spanish. Simple bungee. Done.
And now your load is protected going down the road. You got an integrated.
One of the largest, longest toolboxes on the market. It can hold weed whackers, rakes, pretty much anything you want to put in there. Typically all these tools will be in the bed of your truck. You have to put them on the ground, load them back up after you load up. They fall everywhere. This is all lockable.
PTO operated, all electric?
All electric, self-sustained. Only thing that runs from the truck is a simple wire that recharges it from the alternator. It's all automatic. Your guys don't have to do anything.
Okay, so it reminds me of a lot of how I hooked up my pull plows. Just a wire,
sure,
fuse,
that's it,
and switch.
Nothing in the cab. You also have a plug on this end. The machine comes with it's not a tender, it's a battery saver. So you'll get crystals in your batteries if you don't properly charge it and discharge it. A lot of us understand batteries. are kind of finicky. So it's just like a Tesla. You would plug it in, we just simply poke the hole here. You guys plug it in at night, never have to run the truck. You can run this machine all day long without ever charging it.
Without running the truck?
It can stay in one spot and it'll run all day.
So you don't need your truck idling, wearing down, the machine does the work?
The machine is zero idle, virtually silent, emissions friendly. It only adds about 500 to 600 pounds to your truck depending on what the weight of the doors are. So when those doors come off, you're only adding about 500 to 600 pounds to your truck, that's it. The entire machine outside of the hinge is all aluminum. It's aircraft quality, it's 60-61 side panels and 50-52.
So it does a good job with light fluffy mulch.
It'll run the wettest, nastiest, muddiest. We can run dirt, we can run...
Can it handle rock?
Yes, small rock, under 3 inch.
Well, that's not very small. Right?
And it's a pain in the butt to run if you're trying to shovel it.
Right, yeah. So, but this can handle it.
Yes.
Tell me about this cocoon system real quick.
What system?
The cocoon system,
okay.
So how the tarp actually works.
So this tarp mechanism just unrolls. You have a nice remote switch here. You just turn it on. You have a safety handle here. There's 4 of them along the bottom side of the tarping system.
Yep.
You would just hook it, pull it back, lay your whatever material you're trying to run through the machine, you put it on top of the tarp. The tarp then cocoons all the way around top of the machine.
What my understanding is this cocoon wraps around it, but then as it's unloading the truck, it literally pulls the entire load forward, meaning if you have a side door on the front of your truck like we have right here, you can then open the side door and you can load material in here as you're unloading material back there. So if you guys are on a job site and you're going to be mulching and you got something that you got to pick up and haul off the job site, every time you wheelbarrow over a load of mulch, you pick up whatever material you're offloading, bring it over and put it in the front of the truck.
We're going to run 1 to 3 inch river jack. It'll run right through there like water.
That's not small stuff.
No.
Tell me about the fluffers real quick.
So the augers were originally designed just for the mulch.
Right.
What happens when you drive down the road, the entire load will get compacted, maybe over 6 inches. What happens is you try to run that through and it just comes out in these huge chunks. So these augers actually work in reverse. They flip the material upward, fluffing the mulch, introducing air to it.
How does it handle rocks like this though?
It'll pass right underneath of it. If you notice the lower one is back a little bit. It's actually up inside the machine. The rocks will just tumble right underneath of it. Anything it does hit, smack it right out of the way. That's it. My hands are 9 inches long. That's how big that rock is.
Oh, man.
7 incher, 8 incher maybe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a big
I wouldn't,
boy.
that, to me, if I had to shovel that rock,
I'd be dead.
I'd be like, oh my God, my shovel's gonna be wrecked.
Oh yeah.
This job's gonna suck.
Your wrists are gonna be feeling a little sore.
Oh dude,
You
yeah.
throw a shovel into this and you just
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
You don't get anywhere.
It's nothing.
There's zero maintenance on this.
Zero. There's only one item that's a wear item, and that's a tarp. It goes in the machine with a piece of Velcro, and it's maybe a 30-second job to change it out. That's it.
How often do you think you have to change those?
About 2 to 3 times a year, depending on the volume you're doing. If you're a standard company, maybe twice a year. If you're a huge company, maybe 3 times a year.
So when you say a standard, I mean, we're talking about a company that does a lot of mulch.
Take, for instance, take 8,000 yard number. That's a good sized company. You're probably going to go through 3 to 4 tarps with 8,000 yards.
Okay.
We've run this particular tarp in this machine for the last year, and you can see the condition it's in. It's in pretty darn good condition.
And that's running some pretty hardcore stuff.
Oh yeah, we've run everything in every bin you see here. We've run. We've run sand, we've run topsoil, we've run clay, and we've had a ton of rain here in the last few weeks. So everything we've been running has been 80% saturated. So it's been some pretty nasty stuff.
So it's been mud mulch.
Oh, it's been awful. Yeah. I mean, you can see. Look at the water.
There's your mud mulch.
So last time they put 7 yards in, and when it got fluffed inside the machine, they got 9 yards out of the truck, even though there was only 7 in it.
So that fluffer, those two augers,
Yep.
took 7 to 8 compacted yards and made it 9 loose yards.
Correct. So you're gonna get about 35% more coverage out of your material. You can drive this thing into a parking space. You're eliminating hundreds of feet if you had to walk. I mean, you can just take this thing right around a community, right around a home, just come around to the side of the machine, pull your safety pin, auto lock, open. There you go. Right open, swing right closed, push it, look, no hands, done. Auto lock, so your guys can't screw that up. You have a safety pin to put in here, as well as you can put another lock here. So in case you're overnight, you don't want anybody messing with the machine, you put a lock right there. So run the mulch. So this is your control panel. So this is your tarping mechanism. This is engaged. So as long as you're engaged, you're good to go. You would then stick your key in this panel. Yes, sir. Okay. Somebody's got to do it. All right, so it's this simple. You engage your tarping mechanism. It's in English and Spanish. You would come over to your control panel. It's a standard mower key for any normal mower. You turn it on, you get 1 green light, that means you're on. Second engage, 2 greens, means you're ready to go. All your instructions are right here on the panel in English and Spanish. You would then just run the material in and then load your wheelbarrow, that fast. One is all systems, right? So that's load material, that's running every single thing in the machine. If you want to preload or prime your machine, you would push it to the left. If you want to run just a conveyor, 12 o'clock, as you can see, it's virtually silent. And then when you're paying the tarp out to pull the tarp into the truck, you can either do it manually here, and it runs the machine backwards, or you have the remote, and you can do it from within, so it's a one-man job.
Okay, what do we got?
So we have a reverse camera here, so that camera will protect the machine.
There's a reverse camera in the back, Ed.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We were actually talking about that on the way over
regulations.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, and it's built directly into the harness. It's not some aftermarket.
Sure, yeah.
It's right in the harness, plugs right in the box.
Okay, so the reason why I brought Ed over, because Ed, what is the new regulation out there?
I could, you know, it has to do with newer trucks over, I think it's 14,000 pounds. They've got to have a camera if you're going to put permanent equipment on the back of it. And there's still some debate about what is permanent. If you put a salt insert, is that permanent or not?
Right.
But something that's going to live on the back of the truck like this, on an 18 truck, if the truck came with it, it has to have it in there.
Yeah. Well, there it is. It's night vision. I can't remember. I think it's like a 170-degree camera. Also, the other great thing. So when you lift this up, I'm 6'3", so I can reach up here pretty easily. Guys that aren't that tall, there's a locking ladder that you just pull out, drop in. I'm 335 pounds. Step right up, no problem.
I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, from seeing it in person, the attention to detail, the level that you guys have put into it, even Ed noticed it right away, didn't you, Ed?
Yeah, the details are really well put together.
Yeah, so what were you saying? You said that a company like this will go way beyond because they're lean and mean,
yeah,
and this is their baby. They're gonna put a lot more attention to detail into something like this.
They know spreading mulch. Like, you've done it, right?
16 years.
You understand the operations, you're passionate about the equipment, and one of the great things about America is this entrepreneurial spirit. You can create a company from scratch and do this.
Yep.
And it's amazing. And this, when that's going on, you're gonna have the best products in their class. Larger companies where they're hiring a team of engineers to do this, they're just not passionate about it at that level, and they don't end up with results like this.
Thank you. Yeah, we feel the same.
So you are a redneck engineer.
That's correct.
And that's Pops. We got the team. Sam, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Forever.
Nice to meet all of you guys.
Pleasure.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
This is a good machine.
Fun little fact. I'm surprised you didn't ask what the model number came from. Our company name is Dawson Manufacturing. D is for Dawson, S is for Stig. Those are my last 2 dogs. That's how much they meant to me.
Your last 2 what?
Dogs.
Your dogs?
My dogs.
Is that like a dog?
A dog? A dog? A dog?
I'm in Maryland. What do you expect? I gotta give these guys some crap. And Ed, thanks for everything, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
We are off to the airport. We'll see you there.